Watcha! What? Wait, fight me. What? Wait. Wah. Whoppa. Whoppa. Handshake. Come on, Barbar. Come on, Barbar, bro. Handshake before Bar. Oh no, you sit. Oh no, he sit. It's been a long day, Barbar. So tell me, bro. How was your day, Barbar?
What?
Is it good? Is it nice? Huh? Barbar, I invite you for a cup of tea on Level Cup. How about that? It's nice. Yeah, so how's your wisp today? She's good? Oh, I have this one. Whoppa! Let's go! I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch shield gate the sky. Look at that. What enemies, man. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Don't you want the shield gate hot like mine?
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Unveil.
What's good, YouTube, and welcome to in another video about Warframe. This time it's about the ultimate Immortal Gauss Prime tank that humiliates level 9999 with his special shield tanking abilities. If you're ready, hit the like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. Let's go! And now for the Thanos that don't have so much time, they're speedsters, they want to get the build as fast as possible. Copy pasta. This is the build, the Archon shards, the helmet ability, you're ready to go. Now for the Thanos that want to actually learn something and tricks and techniques, follow me, baby. And now for Thanos that want to learn about Gauss Gate, starting with the positive. Moving will generate an electrical current that fills Gauss battery. This is the battery. Now when the battery is full, your shield will recharge 120% faster and your recharge delay will be up to 80% shorter, making him the ultimate and the best shield recharging tank in the game. No offense, Hildrin remains, but it is what it is. Macrash, Gauss first ability, and what makes him one of the fastest warframes in the game. You burst into hyperspeed, and actually hitting an object will create a shockwave, but the best thing about this ability that it charges your battery really fast. That's why Gauss mains really love it. Now, second ability, kinetic plating, generate armor plating that converts a portion of absorbed kinetic damage, physical heat, cold, and blast into energy. Also protects Gauss from being staggered, so you don't need premature footed. Damage resistance is relative to the battery level. That's why the Macrash helps a lot the battery to be sustained at high levels. So you keep getting your kinetic plate active. Now, Thermal Thunder, his third ability. This ability has two stats. Tap, you cold. If you tap again, another layer of cold, freezing enemies 100%. If you hold, you're gonna proc heat, and that will actually combine with the cold, and you can create a blast. So you have here heat, cold, freeze, and you have the blast as well. And not only that, if you have red line active, which is ultimate, you can actually armor strip enemies with this ability. Now, red line, push Gauss battery beyond the red line, supercharging his abilities and setting fire, attack speed, reload speed, and casting speed into overdrive. When past the red line, bolts of arcing electricity dance periodically from Gauss, exploding en masse when the ability is deactivated. Area of damage, of course, proccing impact and puncture. Now in Warframe, when we talk about defense, we talk about health tanking, shield tanking, overguard, abilities, staying invisible. Every Warframe is different and every player have its own style and what they like. But in this video, we're going to focus about shield tanking. There is two ways to do that. One, shield regenerating plus shield gating, or pure shield gating with low shield. Okay, now what's best, Hank? Which one is better? Now, when you go with small shield and you just keep gating, okay, it's easy and you can just use one mode, catalyzing shields, and you're good to go. With shield regenerating, it's better than the other option, but the problem with it, it will consume a lot of mod slots to actually reach high shield regenerating, and the best part about it is that you can actually shield gate at the same time. It's better, but consume a lot of modding. That's why a lot of Thanos doesn't like to go this path. But for Gauss, you need to go that path because actually his passive make it happen and make it perfect to be a shield regenerating tank. Speaking of shield regenerating and shield gating, what is shield gating? Now let's assume you have 370 health and 2210 shield, like my case right now. If I get a blow with 1 million, I will not die. I will just lose my 2210 shield and I will be invulnerable for 2.5 seconds-ish. And then if I get another blow before my shield comes back, I will actually die. Now, why my shield is purple? Because that's over shield. Normal shields will be blue. When you have extra shield in top of your shield, will be purple. I hope this explains it. If you have further question, let me know in the comments below. Now let's talk about how actually Gauss staying alive. You already know we're going for shield regenerating, so we're gonna be using prime redirection to increase our shield. As you can see, 2.5 seconds invulnerability when our shield breaks, or when we reset our shields. Doesn't matter how much. Now, Vigilant Vigor for shield recharge and minus shield recharge delay, Fast Deflection for shield recharge and minus shield recharge delay, and Arcane Aegis for when you get damage on your shield, 3% chance for 30% shield recharge for 12 seconds. And this Arcane is 100% mandatory and important to have in this build. If you don't have Arcane Aegis, wait, don't build this build yet. Okay, simple as that. So, but that's not it. There is more to this. Now, let's go and summon some enemies level 225 and so on. And here we go. He break my over shield. Now we're gonna go into our main shield. Let's move a bit there. This is level 225 heavy corrupted gunners. You'll start seeing my shield regenerating, but eventually I will die. There you go. Boom. Dead. Now you'd say, oh my god, you managed to tank level cap? How the heck this can kill you? Very simple. Now, true, we have enough shield recharge and shield recharge delay and all that kind of thing, but it's not enough. It's not enough, and it doesn't make it that you will never die. So let's assume I just go this way without relying on Gauss ability on any other frame. If I lose my shield or I feel I'm in danger like right now, I just use any ability and I will be able to gain some shield and I'm good to go. As you can see there, I saved myself. Now, this will not make you sit down on level cap, right? You will end up dying, actually, especially if you're going with Thrax and so on. So what Gauss actually has to offer in the table that makes him unique? The passive once more, 120% faster and 80% shorter. That's what makes him amazing. Now, using the first ability will give us the full battery. That means we will not be able to die at all. So we can just sit down and relax. This enemy will not be capable of killing us. I mean, in 100 years, they will not. Okay, level cap couldn't. These enemies will not and will never. Now, this is not the only way that you can boost this. There is other things that we can do, which is our companion. Our companion, if you mod it the right way, it actually can help you when it comes to shield regenerating tanking, meaning we're going to be using the shield charger, increase Warframe max shields and shield regeneration by 60% for 10 seconds, and actually you can use the guardian boosters owner's shield by 100% when it runs out. Now you get the point, right? So now you understand how we're tanking. Okay, so I didn't use any Helmith ability on this. We're good to go. So you can use him this way, or you can use any Helmith ability that you want. You see, our battery is off and we died. Now let's talk about Helmith abilities and actually how you can mod him like the real deal. So in the aura, we're gonna be using brief respite. So when we cast abilities, we're gonna get over shield, and even somehow we fail in regenerating, which is impossible. You can cast an ability, your shield will be back, and your shield regenerating will be reactivated. You're good to go. Coaction Drift, squad benefits 15% more from auras. You can use whatever you want in here. Private Continuity for duration, Augur Reach for ability range, and more adding to your over shield. Archon Flow, 185% energy max, enemies killed by cold. Abilities have 10% chance to drop energy or cooldown 10 seconds. Remember, we have Thermal Thunder that's responsible for cold. Primed Redirection to have more shield. Rolling Guard in case you are in very bad situation. I'm talking about magnetic, because any enemy will proc magnetic on you or on fire, you pretty much dead. Yes, you'll be dying. You're immortal, yeah, I know, immortal and all, but magnetic is your enemy. You don't want to mess around with magnetic. You see magnetic, roll guard, kill the nullifier. Then you can just sit down and drink a cup of tea. Vigilante vigor, shield recharge and minus shield recharge delay, fast deflection, stretch. For this, the energy the range here mainly is for thermal thunder and so on, but you're good to go. Some strength there, 110% for like 49% on our nourish. That makes us talk about now the helmet ability. Now, I know a lot of Thanos doesn't like to remove the Macrush, and I agree with you. Macrush is an amazing ability, but you don't have to follow me on what ability I choose to like helmet. Okay, so if you want, remove Macrush and put Nourish here. If you don't want to lose Macrush, it's okay. Remove the kinetic plate. No problem, don't worry, nothing will change here, alright? You will not be using kinetic plate most of the time. You can, not that you can't, but you don't actually need it, to be honest. The damage reduction and damage reduction or whatever. You don't need that. You're already the immortal tank, okay? The other thing that you can do, and I don't recommend it, is taking off thermal thunder. I don't recommend it at all, but it's up to you. Or you can take red line. If you take a red line off, remember, you will not be able to armor strip enemies with thermal thunder. So you have two options here, either kinetic plating or the Macrush. You choose which one. I highly recommend, if you're a Gauss man, you love Macrush, just remove kinetic plating. If you are like me, you don't really care, just put Nourish in the first ability. But you don't have to use Nourish. You can use any helmet ability you want. The reason I use Nourish, so I can proc viral on my abilities. And when enemies hit me, they get proc on viral. Because my weapons are modded for corrosive. And I'm using 2 Emerald Darkon shards to armor strip enemies without using any helmet ability or focus school to armor strip, meaning instead of 10 stacks of corrosive 80% armor strip, 14 stacks of corrosive 100% armor strip. We don't really care about armor, it's mainly I'm lowering their armor because it actually lowers their damage reduction as well. Now, one ability strength, you can use whatever you want here if you don't like the 10% ability strength. Here, casting speed is really nice and good for Gauss, to be honest. I really love it, especially when it comes to thermal thunder and so on. I run 2 instead of natural talents and so on. Now, focus school, use whatever you want. For void cascade, I recommend Madurai to kill the Thrax really quick. Now, when it comes to Nautilus Prime, I'm using this. There you go. And I'm using the Verglass Prime. Now, Verglass Prime, you already know, you need a Riven to make it reach 50% critical chance. Otherwise, you have to rely on abilities and so on. But this is the Verglass. If you want Verglass builds without Rivens and stuff in the channel, you can find it all. Now, how you use this? Very simple. You keep an eye on your battery. You just keep jumping around like so. Boom, boom, boom. You can use the third ability to actually freeze those enemies. That's why I say do not take away the thermal thunder. It's really amazing. You can hold it to proc heat and blast, and then you can freeze them once more. Okay, you're gonna be playing around. Okay, now your battery is full. No enemy in the game is capable of killing you, my friend. You can just fall asleep, drink a cup of tea, and you're good to go. Nothing will kill you. Now you can play around with the enemies. Now you can just open your Nourish, give them some headshots. You can just throw your Sirata, do whatever you want, alright? It's your game. Play however you want it. Now, you see when we go in shield regenerating tanking, you see already how much mods we're consuming. That's what I was talking about earlier, that you cannot go high strength. For example, if you want to go roar with high strength and all that kind of thing, it would be a bit difficult. Not impossible, but a bit difficult. So, it's up to you. That's why I like to use Nourish to have a free viral on my hits. That's it, and you're ready to go. Now, a lot of Thanos getting confused how to armor strip with thermal thunder, and that's what I'm going to teach you today. Now, moving around, we'll get your battery to the red line, and then what you want to do is you activate the fourth ability red line. When the fourth ability red line active, you'll be able to push your battery beyond its maximum. Now, as you can see, 10%. I can use the thermal thunder actually to make it rush the battery charging. As you can see, 50. 60, whatever. And then when I reach 100%, check this out, which is really easy. That's why a lot of Thanos like to keep Macrush, right? So because you can charge the battery really fast. And then all you have to do, tap one cold, hold heat, armor stripped. And you can do it the other way. Yeah, you can actually hold heat and then tap cold, armor stripped. Simple as that. It's really, really simple. Now let me flip it, for example, with the Macrush, so you guys understand what I meant with using Macrush to actually armor strip. So Doing the same thing, going here, using the Mach Rush. As you can see, I'm charging battery very fast. Using the fourth ability, and as you can see, I can get so fast the battery level. There we go. 100%. Double tap and hold. There you go. All you have to do is like tap for cold, hold for heat. Blast is active, armor stripped enemies, easy as that. And by this we reached the end of our video. I want to say thank you so much guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you like this build. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, join our Discord link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Unveil.